Hello there, you amazing people. Welcome to Rise Up to Positivity. I am Heather, your positive mindset coach, here to help you quiet that negative self talk, build an unshakable positive mindset while creating a more confident and fulfilling life without all that stress and self doubt holding you back. There was a point in my life where I almost lost a friendship. Not because of a fight, not because of a falling out, but because I was too comfortable in the silence to break it. And by the time I noticed how quietly things have gotten, reaching out almost felt harder than staying quiet. That's the thing about emotional distance. It doesn't usually arrive dramatically. It arrives quietly, slowly, one unanswered text, and one missed catch up at a time. Until one day, you realize the person you used to tell everything to has become someone you occasionally like photos on social media. Today, we are talking about relationship conversations you've been putting off. The ones that feel too vulnerable, too risky, and too what if things go badly? And I'm also going to share with you what happened when I finally had my conversation with my friend. I have to be honest with myself. The real reason I avoided that conversation with my friend cuts deeper than I want to admit. And that's far more embarrassing than the excuse I've been hiding behind. The surface level reason was I didn't want to make things awkward. I didn't want to seem too needy. I didn't want her to feel obligated to respond in a certain way. This is a classic people pleaser reasoning, making yourself invisible to protect everyone else's comfort, including your own. The real reason? I was terrified. Terrified that she'd do the worst possible thing. Not reject me cruelly, but respond warmly and carefully and just out of reach. You know, the way you do with someone you've already let go in your heart. And I'd have to sit with that. The confirmation. The ending I've been dreading but couldn't prove. Because as long as I didn't ask, the friendship still could exist. Somewhere. Maybe just barely. Maybe just only my head. But still. Not knowing was a kind of hope. A painful, embarrassing, desperate kind of hope. The fear? Completely understandable. Also, completely keeping me from the thing I actually wanted. Which is how fear likes to work. It dresses itself up as logic. It tells you that staying safe is the same as staying okay, and it's not. And if you are honest with yourself right now, you might have your own version of that. A relationship where you've been waiting for the right moment, where you've been telling yourself it will work itself out, where staying quiet feels easier than that alternative. Here's the hard truth: it almost never works itself out, but it very often works itself forward if someone is willing to take that first step. So I am going to give you a real framework for having one honest conversation, because I know just reach out advice is not always enough. Sometimes you need the actual words. So here's step one: choose your moment with intention. Avoid a text if you can, and don't bring it up in the middle of a conflict when emotions are already running high and nobody's really listening. What you're looking for is calm, private moment. One where the other person actually has the space to receive what you are saying. Something as simple as, hey, can I talk to you about something? I've been sitting with this for a while. Does more than you think. It signals that what comes next matters. It slows things down, and it gives the other person a chance to actually show up instead of being caught off guard and going straight to defense. Step two: lead with connection, not grievance. Start from what you want. More of them, more closeness, more honesty, rather than what's been missing. There's a world of difference between I miss you and I want to be closer to you versus you've been distanced lately. They're expressing the same truth, but one feels like an invitation and the other one feels like an accusation. One opens the door, the other one puts someone in the defensive before the conversation has even really started. Step three: stay in your own experience. Use I language. I've been feeling disconnected and I miss you lands very differently when you say, you never make time for me. You're not accusing, you are sharing. You're trusting the other person with your actual feelings, which is an act of love, not weakness. Step four: make space for their truth too. After you said what you needed to say, ask, is there anything you've been wanting to tell me? Or simply, how are you really? The best conversations are exchanges. Give them the gift of being asked about too. You might be surprised by what they have been carrying. Here's my story with my conversation with my friend. We've been drifting apart throughout the years. We would reconnect, disconnect, reconnect, disconnect, but this disconnection had longer periods of time. Life got busy on both our sides. The texts got further apart. The we should get together soon started to mean nothing, the way it does when neither person actually follows through. And every week, I think about reaching out. And every week, I'll talk myself out of it. And I would tell myself, I'll do it when things slow down. Well, things really never ever slow down. Actually, one evening after filming episode 5, a relationship episode, I felt the urge that I needed to practice what I was preaching. I picked up my phone and sent a voice note. Not a text, a voice note. Because I wanted her to hear that I meant it. And here's what I said. Hey, I've been thinking about you and I miss you. I think I've let us drift, and I really don't want that. I know things have been busy on both sides, but I would love to actually talk this week if you are open to it. And I'm sorry it's been so long. She responded within an hour. She said she's been feeling the exact same way and also had been scared to be the one to bring it up. We talked for almost 2 hours that week. She told me things she's been going through that I hadn't known. I told her things, what I've been carrying. And at that end of that conversation, something that had gone quiet now has bloomed back to life. The voice note took me 40 seconds to record. I almost deleted it several times before I sent it. And what was waiting on the other side of my fear was not rejection. It was my friend. She's been right there the whole time, just scared to reach out like I was. Whatever the conversation you have been avoiding, there's a real chance that the person on the other side has been waiting to have it too. What I have from choosing honesty, even when it scared me, even when I almost talked myself out of it, is something I don't take for granted anymore. A handful of relationships that feel like home. People who know the real me and love me anyway. People I can call when everything falls apart and I don't have to pretend to be fine. I can't promise you that every hard conversation will go the way that you want it. Some won't. But I can tell you that the ones that did changed everything. And that version of me who kept going small, kept going quiet, kept waiting for the better moment, she was so much lonelier than she needed to be. Worth every terrifying 45-second voice note. Who is one person you want to reach out to this week? Drop their initials in the comments It will make it real. Don't forget to like this video if it gave you a little courage. Share it with someone who needs a little nudge to have an important conversation. And if you haven't already, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next week's video. Next week, we are celebrating everything you've grown so far this spring. And I cannot wait. I'll see you then, you amazing people.